Hello and welcome to our short information video. We've put this together in light of recent government changes regarding school openings and closures. Hopefully this video will explain all of the measures, the planning, the logistics, etc. of ensuring a safe return for our pupils who are in reception class Year 1 and Year 6. We will show you vital procedures which will be needed to put in place, entry points to school, queuing systems, classrooms, class sizes, where each year group will be, and also cleaning protocols, start and end times for each year group, and we'll also be explaining some of the safeguarding procedures that we'll have in place, and also our SEN policy and the activities that will be happening for all of our pupils when they return. And finally, what your child can expect in terms of pastoral and nurture care at Water Primary School, and the education that they will be receiving on a day-to-day basis. I hope it helps. As always, if you have any questions or you need any help or advice, then please do get in touch. Thank you.
So the EYFS children will come in using this gate. To help with the 2 metre distancing, when you get to the front of the queue, which is over here, you will see this sign. This is where you will release your child. The staff will be waiting in the door. They'll be there to wash hands and get them ready for the day. We also ask that you don't loiter in the yard, just to help with the social distancing.
Here is the Acorn class bubble. As you can see, we've been working hard to make this a safe and inviting area for the children who are returning. Each child will have their own workstation with all the resources that they will need for the day, so they will not need to be moving around the room, and they won't have free access to resources like they used to. As you can see, each child has a brand new water bottle, 2 whiteboards, pens and pencils, scissors and glue. We will add new resources each day. We've selected some toys that can be easily cleaned each night, and these will be chosen by the children at the beginning of each day. All of the workstations are spread out around the room to give each child their own space. The children can choose a book at the beginning of each day, and then these books will be rotated to ensure correct hygiene measures are followed. We'll also be using Willow class for our EYFS bubble for a small number of children. The children in Acorn class will not have access to any other areas of the school, and we have used this movable safety barrier to remind the children. All EYFS children will now use this bathroom.
Year 1 children will enter the school through the yard entrance. So if parents can come past the minibus and through these gates and queue ahead and along the back wall. When it finally stops raining, there will be distance markers like this that will show you your 2 metre distances along the back fence. When we get to the other end of the yard, that's where the Year 1 pupils will be released to the care of the teaching staff. So if you can say goodbye here at this barrier, then the teacher will be waiting at this door to welcome them into school. Year 1 pupils will enter through this door and use this corridor to enter school. This will keep them in their own bubble and separate from the other bubbles within the school. They'll enter the classroom using the one-way system in the hall. Take them this route down to their classroom. Year 1 children will be having their learning in this classroom. So you can see from here we've actually distanced all the desks out so that all the children can be 2 metres apart. Year 6 children will enter and exit the building using this door only. In the morning when they come in, they will come straight in here, go into the toilet, wash hands, and then this will be their classroom. For our year 6s, school will start at 9 o'clock and will finish at 3:15. And this is the classroom that you will be working in. You'll see that all of the desks have been separated by 2 metres so that we can all be safe in our classroom. Your staff and the people who are working with you will be the same every day, and this will be your year 6 bubble. Children of key workers and those children that need critical support will use this main entrance. They will queue in this area here and use this door. If parents release the children at this side, then they'll be handed over to the care of the staff who will be waiting in the doorway. As part of the dynamic risk assessment, we identified pinch points within the school, which meant that it could be possible for children to come closer together than we would like them to be. To help with this, we've installed a one-way system in the hall for the children to use. I'm going to show you the one-way system in action now. Lunches and break times will be segregated for all of the year group bubbles. So year 6 children will always use this entrance when they're coming into school, leaving school, or when they're going on the yard. They will have their lunches in the classroom and they will be on the yard just with their classmates.
PE days this week. We have PE day for year 6 and reception will be Wednesday. That'll be led by Mr. Claxton. We'll be filming that so children in year 6 and in reception, if they're not in school, can join in virtually. I will send a link out in the morning for that. PE days for year 1 and for critical group 2, which is the year 4s and 5. This will be on Tuesday, led by Mr. Smedley. So the PE day for those children is Tuesday. I will send a link out again so that children at home can join in with the live lesson virtually. And finally, the PE days for the years 2 and 3 will be on Thursday. Miss Artiner will be leading that session, and again, children at home who are not in school can join in to the live lesson, and I will send the link Thursday morning for that.
Hi everybody. For all those returning to school before the summer holidays, I'll be running forest school sessions on Wednesdays for our year 6s and on Fridays for our critical worker children. For all of the sessions, if you can come prepared for the worst weather, and then we'll hope for the best. If you don't have waterproofs, if you can bring a spare change of clothes, and then if you do get a little bit damp or dirty, we can get you changed later on in the day. Bring a water bottle or a drinks bottle, and then we'll take care of the rest, and hopefully we'll have some great fun up there in our little woodland. Okay, take care, see you soon, bye.
Safeguarding is a really important aspect of daily school life, even more so now, and it's really, really important that we are dedicated in ensuring that we can create a safe environment for our pupils and that we allow our children regular opportunities to talk about their experiences, and that they have these safe spaces to talk about their experiences during lockdown, and that children, all children, have a trusted adult in school who will listen to them and that are ready and trained to respond to them effectively. There will be one-to-one situations, there will be small group sessions, whole class sessions, nurture groups will be established. Those will be particularly important and need to be set up, which we have done so. All the staff during our partial closure have updated their training and know how to respond to disclosures on return to school. In fact, all of them have completed an online safeguarding training, which is really, really important. And obviously we need to make sure that we are there, ready to listen, and we're there for the children. Another aspect of safeguarding and making sure that our children are safe is being aware of online internet safety. More and more of our children have been accessing the internet for home learning purposes. And it's really important that we work together with parents to share any information we have regarding online threats, and also with the increased activity online and using of the internet, that unfortunately there can be some instances of online bullying or peer-to-peer bullying, and it's important that we talk to the children about that, and that also they understand that we're here for them to disclose if they need to, and that we're here to listen and obviously respond appropriately. So more and more information regarding online safety will be sent out to parents in due course.
Hello everybody, it's Mrs Eddington here. We know that this has been an incredibly difficult time for everyone, and particularly for our children with additional needs. We will continue to support you at home and be in touch regularly. For those children who are due back at the beginning of June, we will work together with parents and carers to ensure the best and smoothest transition possible. And here are just a few of the ways that we're going to plan to support this transition. Obviously, school is a very communication-rich environment, and for any children with sensory issues, these are going to be heightened, and things like sitting and listening for periods of time are going to be tricky. Because of this, we will chunk learning more than ever, and we will incorporate sensory breaks, also known as brain breaks, a lot more into our days. Class teachers will ensure that noise levels are kept to a minimum when possible, and if they can't, then they will ensure that a child can access a quiet area or space such as the library if they need to. Visual timetables will be available in every classroom to show the children what their day is going to look like and settle them back into the new routine. We will support the children with their social interaction as they spend time with their peers, as obviously they won't have had much of this during the lockdown experience, and it might be that they've just forgotten how to do certain things and they just need reminding and just some extra support in that area. School staff will spend each day carrying out PSHE activities to support the emotional well-being of the children, and nurture groups will be set up to provide any further support that a child needs in this area. We will do our best to support the children with any anxieties they may have, whether this be coronavirus related or stemming from the fact that they've had time away from social demands and are due to come back to school. We understand that separation anxieties may develop or may become heightened during such a tricky time, and our staff team will take such care and provide such reassurance for the children during what will be such a tricky period for them. And for certain families, it might be necessary for us to have a midday call or check in with a parent for that particular child, and those things can be arranged. I know there will be some issues for some of our children around wearing uniform, particularly our children with sensory needs. So we will be welcoming children back with or without their uniform, and they can come back into school with whatever they feel comfortable in to ease this transition. We will continue to work together with parents and carers of children with EHC plans and look at any adjustments that might need to be made, whether an annual review needs to be held to discuss these together. And for any children with EHC plans or children with medical needs, we will adapt risk assessments accordingly and look at any further provision that is needed. We will do our best to communicate any further transition plans to our parents and also to the children, and we plan to do this through the use of things like social stories and video messages, just again to ease that transition for them. For those families with children in Year 6, or those families who have children who are joining us in EYFS in September, please rest assured that we are working behind the scenes to ensure the smoothest transition possible. Please do not hesitate to get in touch if you need any further support, advice, or you have any questions about anything that has been spoken about in today's video. If you visit the SEN section on our school website, my email address is available there, or you can contact me by using the school number. Thank you everybody, take care, bye.
I think it's important that we don't pretend that everything is normal just because certain year groups are coming back to school. For many of us, the adults, children, etc., returning to school will be a huge sigh of relief, and we'll want to pretend that the world is back to normal, and how it was. However, we've all been changed by what's happened and the experience of coronavirus, and it'll take time for us all to adjust to the new normal. But we need to recognise and allow for this by being kind to each other, and that's the kind of things we'll be teaching our children about. Re-establishing the routines will be difficult, not just the school routines, but also the basic daily life routines, such as sleep and getting up, and we know that this will be difficult, and obviously it will be a source of anxiety for some, as it is at the beginning of most terms. However, this is obviously quite different in the fact that most of us have had 13 weeks away from normal, really. So we need to allow for a period of adjustment and aware of the impact, and re-establish these routines for both our children and our staff as well. Routine is important. It gives our children a sense of comfort, and it's really important that we offer help to families around this, and we offer help to our children where needed. And certain things like the children, even now when they come back next week, it will be quite different. It will be very different. Break times, lunch times different, eating at odd times of the day. So we need to put things in place to make sure that it's as easy as possible for our children. And I'm sure that if well-being is cared for, that's something that obviously Water Primary School is great at, and that we're proud about, is the fact that we do look after everybody's well-being, and we think about everybody's well-being. But if that's cared for the children, then they will hit the ground running when they're ready, and they will make up the lost learning relatively quickly, as evidenced in other countries. So it's important that we don't lose too much sleep about what's gone before, what learning is lost, and just to make sure that when we are back, that we make sure that we do everything that we can to ensure that our children, first of all, are safe, that they're ready to learn, and that they're back into the routine and the rhythm of school, which is really, really important. The key is to re-establish behaviour expectations, how we speak to each other, how we treat each other, our attitude to being in school. It's really, really important. We do all we can to remind our children of that, and when that happens, learning will take care of itself. What we aim to do is we aim to have daily talks with the children, daily class talks, to remind them that all is well. We've got a safe environment here. We will constantly remind them that they are cared for, that they are loved for, and remind them of the respect they have for each other, and the love they have for each other, and what that looks like again, which will then help to recreate the ethos and the culture that we're really, really proud of here at Water Primary School. And then obviously that will move on to the attitude to learning. We really can't wait to have all our children back. We've missed them all. We've missed them all so much. We've missed the buzz that Water Primary School has. We miss all the activities that we do. We're missing all the memories that we create, and hopefully in the next 4 weeks or so we can kind of get a little bit of that back. Put huge amounts of planning in place. The planning has been meticulous. The staff have been absolutely incredible each and every one of them. It has been a really difficult time. The support that we've had from parents and the encouragement that we've had from parents has been fantastic. So thank you for that. Like I said, we are really looking forward to Monday. We have made it as safe as possible. We have done everything we can to make sure that your precious children are looked after, and that they are safe. Like I said, we can't wait to see them. Thanks again all for your patience. Thank you for continuing to read letters and text messages. I know it can be a pain at times when another text message comes from Water Primary School, but it's just trying to keep you updated with everything that's happening. So I hope you appreciate that, and I'm not annoying you too much with all of the letters and the text messages. But thanks again, thanks to all those parents that have completed the online forms. They're really important because it helps us to plan rotas, staff rotas, planning of rooms. You can imagine rooms need to be, desks need to be absolutely safe. We need to have the 2 meters in place, so we need to know exact numbers of which children are coming back in which class, so that all can be planned out. So I know the deadline of Wednesday may not be helpful, but it really is important for us to get the Thursday and the Friday, have the chance to kind of really plan those rooms out and make sure that we've got enough space for the children that are coming back. So I do ask for, if your plans change, you want your children to come back, that you complete that online form by Wednesday at 4 o'clock. It just gives us a chance to organise everything. So thanks again for that. I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Thanks for watching. Again, if you've got any questions, any queries, anything that you're unsure about, then please just email me and I'll get back to you as quick as possible. But until then, look forward to seeing more of you on Monday, and until then, have a great weekend, and see you all on Monday. Thank you.